Top 5 Christmas presents. Your top 5 Christmas presents.
For me or the world? So,
Yeah.
what are the top 5 that you can recall in like history being the number one Christmas present? Because for me,
that's good.
Do you know what I mean?
Very good.
So I remember.
I like that.
Growing up,
Yeah.
I remember the Furbies,
Massive.
massive. Buzz Lightyear
Massive.
and Woody, massive.
Rubik's Cube.
Rubik's Cube, massive.
Well done.
See, mine was always PlayStations, PSPs, stuff like that.
Yeah, PlayStation.
PlayStation can have that.
massive.
But I got a PS3 for Christmas once, and I remember when I'd unwrapped it, I was like, "Oh my god, this is amazing!" And my mum and dad were like, "So you didn't know?" And I was like, "No, I didn't know. How would I know?" And then Dad just pointed at where the TV had been, and there was a shelf on the TV that had dust around this patch. And Dad had been playing it for the past 3 weeks, and I didn't know he'd. So when I'd gone to bed, he'd been
He'd just
plugging
been
it in at
getting it
night,
out.
playing Assassin's Creed.
Good on him.
He was
I
like,
like
"It's
it.
great." So when I started, I was
Enjoy
like,
it.
"Oh, it's being used."
So hold on, we've got PlayStation,
PlayStation 3,
PlayStation 3, Furby, Rubik's Cube, Cabbage Patch
Mega
Kids,
Drive.
Mega Drive.
PSP. Did you miss the generation of PSPs? PlayStation
I
Portable.
did,
You've
yeah.
had a
I've had
PlayStation
them.
though. You don't want to
They're
double
two
up.
different things.
You know,
Okay.
they're about the same.
Commodore 64.
Spectrum. What were the big presents you couldn't get hold of though? What are the presents you couldn't get hold of?
I remember me and my brother really wanted the Aliens toys. From the films Aliens.
I remember what was hard was
Or the
getting the Evil
Ghostbusters.
Knievel when I was a kid. Have you seen that guy on TikTok that gets the Evil Knievel and he winds it up and it jumps over cars in his
goes.
driveway? Evil Knievel was big. So
Batman car, that were always one.
Batman car.
I don't know if I don't know if that's gone. That kind of
I think it's gone.
demand.
No, there
What do you
will be
mean?
something this year
but it's
that kids will want.
it's
Lego,
it's-
the Millennium Falcon or
But
something.
it's
Yeah.
like for example, last year I had to get everyone at work PlayStation 5s, didn't I? Because
Yeah.
one could get it's those sort of things now. It's
No,
not,
I don't think it is. I think we've got older because my flatmate, he's got a younger daughter and she's trying to get hold of this toy which is blue. It's called a blue something. And he said they're impossible to get, really hard to get. Like I remember there was a Star Wars toy. Do you remember that BB-8?
Ghostbuster car, that was one
Yeah.
that everyone tried to get.
Okay.
I remember them.
Lego does sell out.
Sonic
Yeah.
Screwdriver. That's what I used
Doctor
to want.
Who.
Doctor Who.
Yeah, I used to want a Sonic
Very good.
Screwdriver.
Probably hard to
Cabbage
get.
Patch Doll, that was always one.
Massive.
That was massive.
And you couldn't get them.
You couldn't get them.
So there was I remember Rubik's Cubes you couldn't get. And I remember thinking there was, what's that movie where they can't get something and he's trying everything?
Jingle
Turbo
All the
Man,
Way.
Jingle
Yeah,
All the
that
Way.
was it, Jingle All the Way. And it was that. And it was a real thing. But they used to hold them back to create a kind of fuss.
Fuss.
So Cabbage Patch
Man.
Kids were all that.
Put us into a top 5, Jack.
Oh, Jesus.
It's a hard one to do because you kind of collectively speaking.
I would go,
Star Wars figures was ones. That was one. I remember them.
yeah.
They were hard to get, but you could get them.
So put that at 5.
Let's do it as Jack's Christmas wish list. The top 5 best, most demand Christmas presents for you across Jack's entire 33-year history.
35.
35.
January, yeah.
Ah, yeah.
35, my word. That has crept up. Half of 70.
Yeah.
Um,
35-year history then. I thought you were 33.
I think you've got to go kids' toys. I don't think you go the whole of your history. I don't think you go adult because that
You go
just changes.
Christmas toys.
Christmas toys. What would you want? Top 5 Christmas toys. Star Wars is in there. I know what
Lego.
I wanted. Lego. TCR. Do you remember ever TCR?
Is that the
Total Control Racing.
thing,
They
the
could
racing
overtake. Oh,
yeah?
couldn't get that.
Ski Electric was one.
Scale Electric.
Everyone was
Yeah,
always
yeah,
playing
yeah.
them.
Mint.
Yeah.
Mint.
They're mint.
Oh, they're
And they were shit if you think about it.
shit. But then you made a massive track.
Yeah.
You were
Yeah.
like, and you knew brushes. I've ruined the brushes.
It always used to be, and I know it obviously isn't the way it
Sabutio.
works.
That was good.
That was
Is
good.
that the football?
Yeah.
That's the pitch.
You go
For me, it always used to
Hurt
be
your nails.
fucking pagged, didn't it?
kill.
You go like that goal. Ah!
you'd want something that came in a
The
massive
shit
box.
goalkeepers.
Yeah.
You didn't. It didn't matter if it wasn't very good, but you'd want something that came in a
Do you know
massive
what?
box.
You know, you're talking about PlayStation. I remember going to a house in 19. It was probably 70 in 1912, 1901, and they had fire. And I remember thinking, this is the future. I remember going to someone's house, and I reckon maybe it was 76, and they had the first ever,
The White Line game.
the first ping pong, the first ever, and it was like, you look back on that in my lifetime. You look back now on virtual reality and what you can do with the PlayStation. What I was playing at your house the other day, and I looked at that, and everyone,
Whole living room.
the whole living room watched two people play ping pong, and we all went, "Oh, this is amazing."
Well, I think we've got to put that at 5th place, haven't we?
Yeah, ping pong, fifth
Yeah,
place.
get that
That
in.
was amazing.
Get that in.
In at 4.
Star Wars
I remember the N64 was massive.
in at 4, N64.
GoldenEye
Brilliant,
and the Mission Impossible game
brilliant.
that came out. So that'd be like 97.
Yeah,
That
Thr-
was big.
Is
3.
that 3?
Yeah.
No, that's 4. 3.
Mega Drive, that was
Three.
massive. Sega Mega Drive.
2.
Sonic. 2. You've got to go, I think you've got to go Furby.
Okay,
Those Furby dolls.
Yeah,
Furby.
I remember
Tamagotchis,
Furby.
they were big as well.
Yeah.
Hannah
Tamagotchis
got
were
a
good.
Furby.
Furby, Cabbage Patch doll. That
Yeah.
sort of era.
No, 1.
Now, if it's just my era,
Yeah,
Yeah.
go.
I never got one because I think I was a bit old before my time. But I remember the Buzz Lightyear was massive.
Okay.
Buzz
Couldn't
Lightyear.
get a Buzz
Brilliant.
Lightyear for love nor money.
That's it. The top 5.
Interesting question for us all. We've all got siblings. Have you ever been there at Christmas Day
And not got it.
or your siblings got something that you wish you got?
No,
Never happened.
No.
no.
Never happened. See, I can get Christmas present envy sometimes. Have to say.
The pram.
Have you ever had Christmas where you didn't get what you wanted?
Well, oh, crikey, I can imagine you, Colson. Your head
No,
would
do you
absolutely
know what?
fall
Do you know
off.
what? It wasn't me, but it was Hannah one year. It was you. You asked Mum. Hannah was nasty one year. We were at my grandparents as well. I'll never forget it. It was over like a Gucci necklace or something. I'll never forget it.
That you have.
Probably just.
I never expected anything.
No.
No,
I wasn't.
we never wrote a list.
No.
Did you not?
No, they didn't exist. You never wrote a letter to Santa.
Just an orange.
Orange mince pie, and then decked. The brandy'd gone, the mince pie gone. Didn't even do footsteps in the thing in the sugar.
Well, I was very lucky at Christmas. My
Clearly.